Good morning, everybody. When Arch Klump proposed the creation of our foundation in 1917, he did it for a simple reason. He believed that Rotary clubs could achieve more together than they could do on their own. And more than a century later, that idea is still the engine of everything we do. And I want to speak with you today about why it matters more than ever. Let me be saying thank you. Thank you for taking the time to be with your friends here in Taipei. And thank you for the service you have given, the gifts you have made, the clubs you have built and rebuilt. The Rotary Foundation does not exist in some tower in Evanston. It exists in your districts, in your clubs, in your hands, and in your hearts. And it is a foundation that should make us proud. Our foundation is unique because most of the decisions about how we spend the money is done by you, the districts, the clubs, the donors, through district grants and global grants across our areas of focus. Very few foundations of our size and reach can say that. Think of what that produces. It produces global grants for maternal and child health, for basic education, for disease prevention, for clean water and sanitation, for economic development, and for protecting the environment. Grants shaped by the Rotarians who knew their community best. And it produces partnerships that reach far beyond our own members. We have a world-class charitable foundation. Charity Navigator has rated the Rotary Foundation 4 stars for 17 consecutive years. And that says our foundation is cost-effective, well-managed, and the projects we support have significant impact. The work we do through the foundation is the deepest proof of its values. Our professional staff plans, executes, and monitors every project with discipline. And our member experts, our cadre of technical advisors, help every club craft global grants that have lasting impact. And our clubs everywhere in the world do the actual work on the ground. Trust of that kind is earned a long time in advance, and we have earned it. Rotary is not going anywhere because Rotary is everywhere. Let give me you an example, one of thousands. Portugal's Ria Formosa lagoon once held the world's largest colony of seahorses, a colony that had collapsed by 96% of illegal fishing and habitat destructions. Through a global grant of the Rotary Club of Almancil International and the Rotary E-Club of Baobab, established 2 marine conservation areas, working with scientists who had tracked the seahorse population for 20 years. And now, every 3 months, divers go down and count. The colony is not just longer stable, it is growing. So we run on evidence and measurements. And now consider our programs of scale. These grants supported Rotary Land evidence-based programs that have already proven they work. With grants of $2 million to scale them up, over 3 to 5 years. Our first one in Zambia trained and equipped 2,500 community health workers to combat malaria and strengthen the public health system. I've seen this work for myself on the ground in Zambia. The program reached 1.3 million people. And 1 year after the grant ended, 94% of those community health workers were still actively testing and treating malaria and pneumonia and diarrhea in their communities. The success of that program illuminated the key role that Rotary members play in sustainable improving health systems. And then the Gates Foundation and World Vision came to us. They asked us to collaborate with Rotary on ways to improve healthcare across 4 African countries. A $30 million Rotary Healthy Community Challenge run in partnership with local and national governments. Our partners sought us. And dear friends, they sought us. And this doesn't happen by accident. Since Zambia, our program of scale have grown. Maternal and child health in Nigeria, cervical cancer prevention in Egypt, water access and sustainable farming for tens of thousands of rural families in India, positive peace in Colombia. Each one built on what we learned from the other one before. And today, I'm very proud of announce the grantee of the 6th program of scale. It is Collaboration for Sustainable Water and Sanitation Systems in Haiti. It is an ambitious program. We begin with focused, intensive work on the ground with community members. And it is designed from the start to scale across the country. The program is Haitian program-led. It built on years of patient Rotary work in partnership with Haitian organizations and the National Water Agency. And its goal is to cut waterborne diseases by 25% by training the local communities, the local water operators, and the mayors who will sustain the long work long after our grants have ended. It takes on one of the most difficult operating environments in our hemisphere. And it answers a question that matters to every Rotarian here in this room. Can we deliver lasting change in places where change is hardest? And the program is going to prove we can. Our latest grantee is not the only initiative I want to tell you about today. The field of finalists this year was so strong that your trustees have expanded our work against malaria in Papua New Guinea through the Rotary Healthy Community Challenge with further investments from the Gates Foundation. The thank you. We can always count on the Gates Foundation. The Papua New Guinea arm of Rotarians Against Malaria, supported by local Rotary clubs, has led the fight against malaria in Papua New Guinea for nearly 30 years. This last grant allows them to expand training by an additional 2,000 community malaria volunteers in over 1,000 villages across 13 provinces, with the goal of cutting malaria deaths in half. In addition to high-impact projects across our areas of focus, your foundation is also nurturing leaders who will do the work for the next generation. Through our Rotary Peace Centers at 9 universities across 5 continents, we have trained more than 1,800 Peace Fellows since 2002. No other humanitarian organization in the world runs programs like this. And our Peace Fellows serve in governments, in United Nations agencies, in non-governmental organizations, in peacekeeping forces, and in their own communities. And our newest center opened just last year in Başakşehir University in Istanbul, focused on peace building in the Middle East and North Africa. And our next center opens in 2027 at Symbiosis International University in Pune, India. And by 2030, another peace center in Latin America. Peace is not just a slogan for us, it's a discipline. And we are training the people who will carry it forward. And there is another critical program managed by the Rotary Foundation. Our top corporate priority, ending polio. President Francesco spoke about polio funding, and you will hear a detailed update just in a few minutes. The world is still at great risk of polio in areas of conflict and war. Polioviruses continue to turn up in wastewater samples in Europe, you know that, and that's why the danger is not behind us. What many Rotarians may not realize is how carefully we are steward the dollars you give to Polio Plus. We don't write simply a check to WHO and UNICEF. Each year, we meet with our partners to review the budget of the Global Polio Eradication Initiative and do a deep analysis of progress and opportunities, and conduct a final audit. For Pakistan's National Immunization Day alone, $22 million. We pay for 400,000 health workers. We pay for 20,000 motorbikes to reach remote villages. We pay for 4,000 vehicles. And we pay for 20 boats on the River Indus who are carrying vaccinators. The smallest line in the entire budget, $20,000 out of 22 million, is for purple markers to use for making the child fingers purple after vaccination. Every line, every cost, we see them all. That's what it takes to vaccinate 47 million children under 5 in a single country. And the health workers do this work supported by more than 100,000 police and army personnel. Because in some places, this work is dangerous, and too many have already lost their lives on the job. President Francesco saw this sad list of names with me on our visit to Pakistan. You know, I have traveled to India frequently in recent years. I saw often what polio left behind. People crawling in the dirt, begging. But I never saw a child affected by polio in India, because polio not longer exists in India. And what we make true in India, we will make true in Pakistan, in Afghanistan, in every place where this fight is not yet won. Thank you. And look where we are today. Since Rotary committed to this fight in 1985, more than 20 million children have been spared from paralysis. We are closer. We are closer to eradicate polio than humanity has ever come to eradicating any disease except smallpox. The work has been worth every dollar, every drop of vaccine, and every Rotarian who has stood at a door and helped a mother understand why 2 drops would change her child's life forever. This is the promise we have made to the children of the world. We can't stop just before we reach our goal. As we do every year, we will reach our $50 million target and receive a $100 million match from the Gates Foundation. Every Rotarian giving, every club giving, and every district committed of its district-designated fund. We will make it again this year and every year until the work is done. And here's how you can help. Every Rotarian, every year. This remains the basis of everything our foundation is doing. When each of us gives every year, whatever the amount, we tell the world that Rotary is serious about the work we have committed to. For those who can give more, the Paul Harris Society is the path. A higher annual commitment leading towards a major donor. And our endowment, built through bequests and outright contributions, large and small, ensures the work we do today continues long after we are gone. But I'm asking you more than that. When you go home from this convention, you will be in conversations I will never be in, with friends who never have given to the Rotary Foundation, at fundraisers in your communities, and in your clubs week after week. And in those rooms, you are the foundation. Please tell the story of what your gifts have built. The seahorse colonies recovering, the clean water flowing where it never flowed before, the malaria treated in villages hours away from the next clinic, and the children spared from polio. The Peace Fellows working in difficult places. Your voice will be heard. Please use it. Art Klamp told us a century ago that we could do more together than alone. And he was right then. And he's right now. Our job is to keep proving it. Everything we do opens another opportunity to someone, somewhere. Together, we create lasting change. Together, we end polio. Together, always. Thank you.